Hello and welcome to the second episode of Hanging in the Basement with your host, John Henry Sheridan, and your co-host, Kai. And welcome to the second all right, it's got to turn off the sound here. Hanging in the Basement. I have definitely become a little rusty as a podcast guy, but here we go. I am getting back in the saddle. I'm going to have some fun.
Can you please scroll down over there?
We are going to do an episode today of what's called Rad VG. Now, Rad VG is a show that Kai and I created.
Can we? Oh yeah, please. It's that. Let me see for a second.
You're interrupting me, Kai, and they can't even see you.
Okay, I'm just
So get in the screen and interrupt, or don't interrupt, one or the other. All right. So, Rad VG is a show where Kai and I discuss rad video games. Yeah. And today we're going to discuss Atari 2600 games
in particular.
in particular. And I did not grow up with the Atari 2600. Uh, I tried it a few times when I was a kid and totally didn't get it. I was a Nintendo kid, NES, but always curious about Atari, but never got it. No one really showed it to me. I never had the benefit of experiencing what was good about it. But I always had this curiosity, and as I got older, people would wear Atari shirts. I was like, I don't get it, man. There's nothing great about it that I could see. But then I decided to learn about the history of video games, and as I delved into that, I saw that Atari came pretty well before Nintendo into the video game market anyway, and they were really pioneers in our experience of video games to this day. Or get in the camera, man, if we're on the show together.
Okay,
People are not seeing you.
I know. Can you please go to T and G
So he's writing a list right now
of the games
of Atari games that
All right. So first, thank you
we're
for
going to
that
talk
one.
about. So we're going to just bring up an Atari game, and then we're going to say our opinion about it. It's not. We're not going to give a list of favorites or least favorites.
No,
I thought about that, or maybe Kaya's. I'm just going to throw out the name of the game and see what he thinks.
Can you go to G, please?
He's writing a list, and of course, we're doing it now instead of beforehand. All right.
All right.
So I'm going to start off and say everyone's favorite to love or hate, Pac-Man.
Wait, please.
Pac-Man.
All right.
Do you like it? Do you not like it? For me, so there's a traditional tier list, a way of rating games.
Superb is S.
Mm-hmm.
A is awesome. B is bodacious. C is cool. D is dumb. And
F is farts or fail.
mm-hmm.
All right. So
wait.
Yeah, so you're gonna see a little dad and son dynamics here with me, kind of scolding him and him distracting me. That's us. That's the Rad VG show. So we're not going to pretend we're anything other than what we are. So Pac-Man, I give it the Pac-Man for Atari 2600, uh, Atari VCS originally. I would give it a C. It's just because, well, the game itself is not a great port, people say, of the arcade game, but I don't really even like Pac-Man very much. So it's just too stressful. It's a very stressful game. The ghosts are trying to get you. You got to eat all these pellets, and if you get the special like pellets or the ghosts turn blue, you chase them, but then they respawn and they're after you again. So I'm just not a fan of Pac-Man. I could beat the first board or two possibly, but it's not relaxing, and I like to have some relaxation
Yeah, I could
with my
say
Atari games.
there is Pac-Man. The only reason I would rate it this is because I don't Mrs. Pac-Man, Pac-Man, they're the exact same to me. I never played Junior, so if you're like out, he wouldn't like Junior. He would like Junior. I'm not sure because I never played it. But Mrs. Pac-Man has great graphics, but I like it just as much as Pac-Man. And I do not like either one. I want it I want to say an F, but just to be generous, I'll give it a D.
D.
That's my
So
generosity. Just
so
imagine.
so by the way, Kai is 9 and 9.5, and I'm 44, and we our two favorite systems we pretty much agree. Tell me if you disagree, Kai. Are Nintendo Entertainment System first and Atari 2600 second. Of all systems out there, those are our favorites. And I have to say, I'm surprised by how much
Me
I like
too.
Atari. I really am. But it really comes down to two fundamental points, or three. Simplicity. The games on Nintendo and Atari tend to be simple, not always, but many of them. Two, there's a lot of imagination required to enjoy games on the Atari and the Nintendo. And then three is that those were people who were paving the way for what video games are going to be like. The Atari 2600 and Nintendo Entertainment System.
Let's go to
They were creating what the future of video games was going to be. So there was no path yet. So they were
and
trendsetters, they were path setters, they were way showers in a way. So that's most
please go to
exciting to me
next.
because new things really happened with those two systems. Once you even Atari 5200, which came out, it was 83, could have been 82. After the 2600, it's cool. Uh, Graphically better, musically a tiny bit better, but it's like they were just playing off of whatever they already established with the 2600. So that can't compete. And the library is like 1/10 the size of 2600. And it's all like same games, pretty much. Uh, or games that are not unique to the system. Atari 7800 has its own drawbacks I won't get into right now.
But
And
it's
then,
basically the same as 52.
no, because there are original titles on there, but
Two, actually.
uh, yeah, not that many. So yeah, Atari got weird after the 2600 era, for sure. I mean, you could say it was weird during that era too. And then Nintendo, just like a quick side note, Nintendo was epic and excellent. And when Super Nintendo came out, it blew me away. I loved it. But as I go back and try to play those games, uh, Super Nintendo games, I'm not that interested. I'd rather play Nintendo and Atari. I don't know, it's just how it is. And I'd go Genesis was great when it came out, uh, but not really now. I've played many Genesis games as an adult in the past few years, and I don't get excited about it. Uh, and then Sega Master System, I thought I was missing out, and I managed to get my hands on a bunch of ROM emulators of Sega games. If there are some really great ones that you think I should know about, let me know. But not having a whole lot of fun with that either. But Atari,
Can I say something now?
it's fun.
Yeah, it is. And here are games that I 100% recommend, especially with an NES controller.
NES style, 2 button plus D-pad plus select and start controller. This is a copy, but we use this to play Nintendo and Atari, and it works well. We don't have a joystick.
Yeah, but this is the best way I want to start off the video. Because all of you are probably like, um, if I tell you all the bad games, you're probably gonna be like, I want the good games, man. And that's what this video is about for me anyway. So I put out all these games on the list. If you want to take a picture, you can. These are all fantastic games. Venture, Pengo, Adventure, Ghost Manor, Crackpots, Pitfall 1 and 2. 2 is Lost Caverns. Xenophobe, Gremlins, Tron Deadly Discs. That's the first one. I never played the second. Z-Tac, also known as Z-Tac Bomb. Mousetrap, Hero, and Spider-Man. They're all really great games that are great starters. Let me, I just want to explain about Hero and Spider-Man. Games that are
Sorry.
great starters. Yeah, sorry. And I want to say, my favorite game on the Atari that I beat once is Venture. So you start off as this dot outside of the screen. No, you're this dot, and there's these little green ghosts. Don't touch them or you'll die. It's a little bit like Mega Man. You have 4 or 3 lives at max. I beat it with 2 lives. There's 2 boards, 4 rooms in each board. There's no start. There no both sides are starts. They can both be exits too. The way you go into the rooms, just dodge your green guys. Then you become a smiley face in those rooms. You can shoot bullets at the enemies that are in the rooms, and if you could just miss and also in the game, don't if you touch them while they're blowing up, that also kills you. And you need to get the treasure and get out of the room before the scary guy that you cannot shoot. It goes right through and comes and kills you. Outside, you're not so slow, but inside, you're slow as a snail. Another part of the game is there's 2 boards, and it's a little like Mega Man, like I said, but I don't know. It's just such a good game.
The connection to Mega Man is a little out there. I
But
don't
can I
really
say one more
see
point?
that.
The one more point, it's a little like Zelda 2, but my one more point
I'd
is
say more like Zelda.
when you go into the each room and go out, you can't go into the room again. When
Okay.
no, once you go in there once and get the item and stuff,
Okay.
you
But if
just
you don't get the
can't.
item, you have to go in again.
You have to. So that's pretty
To move
much
on.
the game. There's 2 boards, 4 parts in
Per
each
board.
board,
Hmm.
and you have 4 lives or 3, and there's only 2 boards, and there's no lines in the screen. Good graphics. Outside is only when you hit an enemy. When you shoot an enemy, when it sounds when you go into a room or go out. When you get a treasure, it's like when the
Hmm.
scary guy comes in, it's like,
Hmm.
and then like if the enemies hit you, it's like or something scary. So and yeah, that's about it.
He's messing with my tape. Um, okay, so next on the list, I'm gonna throw one out there. I'm gonna say a Atari 2600 game that I like is Space Invaders. Um, it's very traditional classic arcade game.
So scary, horrifying.
It's scary. These guys are coming from the top of the screen, coming down, and you have these like sort of bases that you could like hide behind, but you can't shoot when you're behind them. So, uh, Space Invaders, not my not my favorite, but kind of fun. I do wish it was a little easier. It'd be more fun if it was easier.
And one more point. Venture, I'll rate an S because it's my favorite Atari game that I beat once
Okay, Venture.
with 2 lives
I
left
give
and
Venture an
one.
S, meaning superb.
It's my favorite Atari game.
Okay,
Weird.
mine too. And what was the one I just said?
You're talking about Space Invaders.
Space Invaders, I'll give a B. About you.
See.
C. Okay. Next on your list.
Um, if you're seeing this, choose what's on the list in the comments. Um, can they can they actually comment us?
Yeah. hmm
Please
No comments
comment.
yet, but if you're watching,
Come on.
please comment.
Please comment.
Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from.
Yes, and all right. The next, I'm gonna choose for the sake of it a game that is very good and it's surprisingly good. Mousetrap. You're like, is that the what is that? And this is pretty much a Pac-Man clone. But this is imagine Pac-Man was actually easy. You have this little mouse that goes around, and you get a few free time on, and then the cats come in and chase you. You eat cheese along the way, and then after you eat the cheese, you you
We'll turn
actually can
into
you can collect something and you can hold up a lot of them. And then when you press a button, you become a dog and you can get the cats and they don't respawn. Like one just goes away.
don't respawn. Someone
Oh.
said respond. Yeah, respawn. Hey,
No, I didn't say
don't take it off, man.
I don't know why I'm doing
You
that.
jerk. He's ruining the. I taped the table to fix it. He's removing it
And I
mindlessly.
no, I didn't say respond. I said respond.
Okay, yeah, but it's respawn.
Okay. Yeah, that's the game.
Um,
What would you rate it? I
H.
rate it B.
So Mousetrap. So yeah, Mousetrap. Yeah, Pac-Man clone, and the great difference, like I mentioned, but I don't think you used the words, is that you have an offense. You can attack the the guys that are coming to get you. Uh, Cats coming to get you. Yeah, cats coming at the mice. So you could get these sort of big pellets and then save them. And when you need it, you could press the button and then become a dog for briefly and eat the cats. And then they disappear, they don't respawn. Unlike in Pac-Man, when you start chomping and you get like become Super Pac-Man, it only lasts briefly, and then the ghosts you get points. The ghosts go back to the center, but they come back. In Mousetrap, they don't come back. So it's more relaxing. I like Mousetrap definitely better than Pac-Man. Okay, next on my list, I'm going to say bowling. Atari 2600 bowling.
It's a good game. It's just bowling. That's it. Pretty much.
So Mousetrap, I'm going to give a B.
I
No,
give
an A. I give Mousetrap an A.
Whoa, you get it higher than me?
Yeah. And then bowling, I'm going to say it's a B. Um, you can bowl. You could actually, as after you throw the ball,
Also B.
you can move it, which is kind of, I won't say it's cheating. With the Atari limitations, it's something, and it kind of feels like bowling. It's sides, you
And you
throw it
can
and the
move
ball
your
goes like
guy.
that and hits the thing. You can move your guy up and down from where you want to start. It's ex exceptionally basic, nothing fancy. I like it. B. What about you?
I would rate that game. Um, nah, I
Can you
B. Yeah,
can
B
you
two.
be in the camera? I
B
try
two.
to.
And somehow I want to give up a little. I want to show a little commercial here.
Okay.
So here,
All right. He has some creations that he wants to share with our audience.
because I actually made games out of Lego.
Use Legos to make what he calls Lego video games.
So here is this game with a wheel, and you can move a man. And he can move this way too. And there's nothing on the back here really. The box says free. And once you put it in the box, that's about it. Now can we show let's show basketball. Basketball is this game that you really don't do much in. Wait, where did that black piece go? Can you please look for underneath there? Once you take all the tile pieces off, can we have a two-player? Please, can you have the other side here?
They got to see it, man. All right, so let me show you. So this thing here, this area, if you go like this, it turns a little bit. And then this is the other player, it turns a little bit. You can put the basketball in there. And then it's just going to kind of bobble it. And whichever one hits it into the net wins. So if the one closer to me is his point, the one closer to him is my point. So we're going to just bobble this thing. I don't know how to show it. This black piece is the ball. I'm going to try to get it into the thing. Ready? This is the huge. Oh,
Right?
oh, okay.
One
So he got
point.
a point.
Next, we have another black piece.
Then he got a point again.
I win.
He won. All right.
And also, I
Back to the
just
conversation. You could show another one later.
another, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do another break later. What's the okay, next game? You have one, right? My turn.
I'm gonna have one. I'm gonna say a game known as Pengo. In
Okay.
this game, you are a penguin pushing blocks to enemies and killing them, and whoever then get the most amounts.
That's about it. It's kind of a maze game, a little bit different. You got to
Yeah,
avoid
and there is a
getting
start
hit.
screen. You can have two players. You could choose the thing. Venture doesn't have a start screen; it just begins automatically.
A lot of Atari games don't have a start screen.
Yeah,
It's Pango is good. It's a little more advanced with graphically and like when you complete a level, it goes to like a level complete screen. That's pretty rare. I'm sorry. Okay, Pango, I'm gonna give it an A.
S.
S, superb. He says. Okay,
Putting up the good list.
okay. The next one I'm giving is Millipede. I think
Same thing. I like that more than Centipede. Millipede.
yeah, Millipede. I think it's the sequel. I think Centipede comes first. Either one. I just say Millipede because I think that's the one I have
We have
on
both.
emulation. We have both. You do?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're not different at
Uh,
all. They're the same game.
yeah. So it's like the premise is pretty cool. You're a gardener, and there's this millipede coming from the top of the screen into your
You're
garden,
an elf gardener.
and you're like shooting, uh, I guess, weed killer at it, or no, yeah, weed killer,
You're an elf guy.
bug spray, and you're also shooting mushrooms, which count for very little points, and then there's like spiders that hop in, and they're a bunch of points, and it's it's kind of like Space Invaders in a way, right? Like it's your bottom and you're shooting up at the sun coming at you. But it's a little more fun for some reason. I like the busy noise. It's somehow relaxing to me. Uh, Not super hard. I think Space Invaders is more stressful, the version we have anyway. I give it An A, I bet you.
A,
Hmm. Maybe an S.
B.
Definitely an A for me. Okay. What else we got?
I want to show you some more games. This game, nothing happens in this game.
Okay. Sometimes people just listen to podcasts, so you have to explain what you're doing, Kai. You can't just show the screen.
Because nothing happens in the game. So
It's this Lego creation with it's kind of like a empty car or bus without wheels that has a spinning missile thing inside of it. And you could spin the missile by turning this lever in the back or something. And you just kind of fidget with it and play around and unplug this random thing, plug in the side, and actually has no function whatsoever. Here, I'm going to spin this thing, and there's nothing to see. Nothing happens. Okay, back to the talk, man.
wait, and this is the antenna that does nothing. This thing here, and one more game. This is cool. This game, you have this thing, and then all you have to do is make it go into the goal of there. It's very simple. That's it. And then you hit it, and then that goes up into here.
What's your next game?
And my last game, and this game just makes things look cool.
What's it called?
It's just like a camera type thing. Can you look through it?
So, Kai's an inventor of
Lego. No, the other way.
Lego
This way.
Lego video games. Now, most people don't know that Lego video games are not actual video games, but he doesn't really mind about that at all. Okay, next Atari game.
Me?
Yeah,
Ghost Manor.
Ghost Man.
This game has 4 boards. It's very weird, totally different. You have this woman touching a ghost 25 times.
You gotta just chase this ghost and touch it.
25 times. And it's not any ghost. It's a randomly rainbow colored ghost.
Hmm.
And this, you have to touch it. Then, next is a lot of things. And you have to shoot them. Some are going slow, some are going extremely fast.
It's kind of
You
like
have to shoot them with arrows.
Frankenstein monster that's like throwing lightning bolts down at you.
No, he's just having this guy is going like this and hitting his like hockey stick down at you. And if he touches you, you die. You start the game.
Yeah, so you gotta like avoid being hit for the second stage. That's pretty much it. You could shoot too, right? And the points don't really matter.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
such a dumb
then
game.
the third one,
Wait, another interesting thing about the game is you like just there's
each
enemies going
stage is
fast,
totally
going slow,
different.
and you have 25 arrows, I think. Then you go into this random like room with like walls crushing like this, and then you go in like that, and then you need to go in between these crushing walls.
Right. And then the fourth stage,
I actually got to the 4th stage, and I lost because this black guy is just chasing me all the time. Black guy. You need to run away from him. I can't stop this. This is very annoying.
Stop doing it, man. Ruining my desk. Guys, if you have a 9-year-old son, be careful. They might start just unpeeling your desk. They might like, let's say you're doing a show about Atari, they might start showing you Legos instead in the middle and totally divert the theme. Be careful, those of you who are gonna do a podcast with your child.
Yes, that is true. And the 4th board is the black guy that just walks around chasing you, and you need to dodge him. Then, if you dodge him like 3,000 times, then somehow this white guy's gonna appear, and then you beat the game.
Yeah, when we say black and white, we mean literally a black icon figure and a white figure. Okay. Atari.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
Ghost Manor. It's actually really good.
And it has a cover, but it has lines in it. That's a little bit.
S, you give it S, really?
Yeah. All right, I'll
That's
give it
well
an A.
done.
I'll
That's
give it
well.
an A.
Yeah, I would
I'll
give
give
it an A because I don't like playing it that much, but it is cool and it is beatable, which is really cool. Not that many Atari games are beatable.
Venture is very beatable.
Okay, let's move it on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
next I'm gonna say um, Frozen. No, Frostbite.
Oh,
Frostbite.
it's Frostbite.
All right, Frostbite is this game. You're in Alaska or something like that, and it's kind of like Hubert and Frogger mix, kind of. You gotta like hop on these to moving ice flows and change the colors, and then each time you do it and change the color, it's like one more block in the igloo, and then once the igloo is totally built, you go inside and get into the next level. And after a couple of levels, of course, each level has new challenges, and then eventually there's like a polar bear on top that is another obstacle that after you jump on the ice, normally you jump to the land and be safe, but now on the land you still got to avoid the polar bear too. It's kind of fun. I could beat a few levels without trying too hard. I guess if I practice more, I could possibly beat the game. I have no idea, but it's a good one. It's a good one for 10, 15 minutes. I give it an
A.
A. Yeah,
Me. B.
I give it a B.
I'm not so crazy about it.
Okay.
Are you gonna be done soon?
Yeah. What's the next one?
My next one is Crash, Fox, Pitfall 1 and 2, Adventure, Xenophobe, Gremlins, Tron, Z-Tac, Hero, and Spider-Man.
All right. I guess he wants to be done.
I'm rating Adventure A, Crackpots A, Pitfall 1 and 2 also A, Xenophobe A, Gremlins A, Tron A, Z-Tac A, Hero also A, Spider-Man also A.
Let me rate those. Okay.
Adventure,
Adventure. I give a B.
Crackpots,
Crackpots. Pretty cool. You're throwing these like pots down at a bunch of insects that are trying to call up your house and destroy it slowly.
and Adventure. What's about Adventure?
Crackpots and give it B.
Adventure, you need
Adventure
to go
B.
through. You need to go through the world, slay some dragons, and get the trophy and go back. Pitfall 1 and 2, you just need to get a bunch of stuff, coins. What do you rate them?
Pitfall, I would guess I give an A.
Pitfall
Pitfall
2.
2, maybe a B.
And then Xenophobe, all you're doing is shooting and jumping over enemies, and then go to an elevator and beat the mini boss too that is in the board.
Yeah, I don't like it that I'm B. That's being a little generous.
Gremlins,
Gremlins is great. Like
you just
it actually relates to the game
guys are coming down from the sky, touching hamburgers when they all come.
because you're not
Then you
supposed to let them eat after midnight or something like
then you
that.
have to shoot them.
And then they turn into gremlins. I
Yeah.
forget what
Then you have to shoot them.
the cutie pies turn into gremlins, and you gotta
And that also has lines in
shoot
the screen.
them. And it's only two alternating stages with increasing difficulty, but it's all you need.
Like
It's satisfying. A lot of games made from movies tend not to be satisfying. E.T. being an example of one.
It's not that bad.
Not that bad. Raiders of the Lost Ark,
It's a
kind
horror.
of worse. I don't know why it doesn't get a bad rap, but
Yeah, I think. All right, let me talk about that afterwards, please.
okay, hold on. So
Um.
Tron, Gremlins, whatever. Gremlins is an A.
All right.
Tron, Deadly
Deadly
Discs.
Disc, the first game.
You say B. Kai likes it a lot,
You're
but
shooting a lot of doors and going into them, going into other places, and shooting enemies. And when the boomerang thing comes back from you, it can't hurt them. That's the game. May I please?
absolutely not.
Please.
Z-Tac is like
You're a spaceship shooting down and
shooting
shooting
down
everywhere,
city,
and you're just obliterating them.
kind of like the opposite of a game called Atlantis, where you're defending the city against the ships. I like Z-Tac. It's fun. It's kind of
More. It's better.
cute. Yeah, I would
Sure.
maybe give it an S. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an S.
I could see that. Mousetrap, No,
We
no,
already
we
talked about
already did that.
Metro.
Hero.
Here you're this like helicopter man going down to save people in this uh, place, and it's kind of dungeon area with traps, and it's remarkably good graphics. Um, yeah, kind of amazing they could do it on 2600. It really feels like pretty cool adventure. Anyway, that's called Hero Helicopter Emergency Rescue Operation. But I don't like it that much. So I'm giving Hero a B.
Anyway,
A.
Spider-Man.
What would you give Hero?
Here I told you I give that an A too.
But I didn't give it all. Spider-Man, yeah.
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
is you're climbing a wall. Here's games from this list that have lines in them, so I added them out here. Here's the games with the lines in them: Ghost Manor, Xenophobe, Gremlins. I think Z-Tac has lines in it, and Spider-Man. Spider-Man is this game you're climbing up the wall, get to get Green Goblin, dodge everything except for the men that you need to save. Then you go up all the way. There's bombs. Don't touch them. They'll kill you. Then you need to go to this top part. I got to before, but I touched a shining light that kills me too. Or it just makes me go down. So it's really difficult to navigate through, even if it's a good game. I would rate it. I want to give it an A, but B. The B.
Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man for me is a C. It's kind of a boring game. You can play it. I mean, it's playable.
All
Hard
right,
not to
let me
start.
talk about E.T. No, let me talk about games that we did not put on the good list or the bad list. E.T. On. I'm putting this back down. E.T. is this game. You know what E.T. is. Why do people think E.T. is so bad? I'm not saying I can beat it or I know what the heck to do. I'm just saying, isn't it great that you can't even die in it? And I have no idea what's going on. I'm not saying it's a great game. I'm just saying it should not be the worst game of all time. Raiders of the Lost Ark is a horrendous game. I think that might be what
I
people
wouldn't. I
have
don't
to.
think Raiders is worse, except that you definitely need to have the second controller operating. And for both games, they're both created by Howard Scott Warshaw, and who created also Yar's Revenge.
That stinks too.
One of the few. Everyone says Yar's Revenge is so great. We don't see that unless we get it. We're using a ROM that's like broken or something because I can't even beat the first part. I think we might not have a good version of it or something because it's not fun when we play it. Maybe that one's good. But ET, Raiders of the Lost Ark, they're convoluted. They're a little over complex, and
Those
due to the
Zeldas.
limitations of Atari graphics and stuff, you can't tell what the heck it is. Nothing's intuitive about it, so you really need the manual, and then you need a lot of patience, and you need a second controller at least for Raiders of the Lost Ark. So if I bought it when I was a kid or something, I can imagine being pretty disappointed at both of them. Apparently, if you read the manual, ET is not so bad. And it looks like ET, and at least you could do it. Some games are so bad that even if you press buttons, nothing happens. So it's not bad on that level. So it's certainly not the worst game of all time. It was just rushed and probably not tested much at all to see if players could really get into it. Whatever, it is what it is. Uh, some more mentions, I don't know, honorable or just whatever. There's this cool racing game, but I keep on forgetting the name. And then uh, did we say Frogger? No, we didn't talk about Frogger.
No.
Frogger's good.
Superman.
Super Breakout,
Much better. Oh, Super Cobra.
Super Cobra. Those are good games. The Star Wars games, nothing that we really like. Spy Hunter is not
Skiing
that
is
bad.
good. Skiing is
Skiing is kind
good.
of fun. It's like
Sneak
bowling
and
in a way.
Peek is
Simple.
trash. Sneak and Peek. Can I talk about
Sneak and peek is just not even worth mentioning.
it's garbage?
It's like a
Por-
hide and seek game that
that
it's called
doesn't
sneak
do.
and peek,
Yeah,
not sneak and hide. Sneak and peek. Yeah, it's
so bad.
I don't get it. Q-Bert,
Porky's is
Q-Bert's awesome.
Porky's trash.
Porky stinks.
We don't even
We got
Pecto.
Oink.
Xenophobe.
Oink is fun.
Oink is good.
Oink is weird.
Official Frogger is good. Three Little
Uh,
Pigs game. Masters of the Universe is
terrible.
absolute trash.
Terrible.
Also, Kung Fu Master absolutely is
Kung Fu
trash.
Master, terrible.
Kangaroo is also trash.
Kangaroo has potential, but it's just way too hard, way too soon.
Keystone Capers is a good game.
Keystone Capers is good.
I don't like Kaboom.
Kaboom is kind of fun.
Not really.
Probably not with the D-pad. I think you need like the roller thing, whatever that's called. And Mario Brothers, I like it. It's good for Atari.
Oh, we have Frostbite here. E.T. Frisco is basically Pango.
Okay, and there's Frankenstein, which is not bad.
Franken
Demon Attack is a fun
oh,
shooter.
Frankenstein's monster kind of
Frankenstein's monster. It's not bad.
Crystal Castles is this weird 3D game.
Well, it's kind of like this.
I kind of
I
like
forget
it.
what they're called.
Atlantis.
Type of different view.
Yay, Venture.
Atlantis is good. Air Sea Battle. It's pretty cool.
Okay, so that's about it. Bye.
Asteroids, Base Attack, not that fun.
Goodbye.
Alien, another Pac-Man clone that's kind of cool apparently. All right, that's all for our Rad VG show. We're just getting used to this, experimenting with the Facebook Live element of it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking.
Even nobody was
And
doing anything.
no, we did get one like, at least I saw that. Thank you. And yeah, so I'll be back Thursday with the interview, hangout, talk with a friend of mine, Brian, and we're going to talk movies and soundtracks and stuff like that. So we're going to keep this conversation going, this party going, hanging in the basement. Thank you, Kai. High five. All right. See you next time. And next time, I promise Kai's not going to take the tape off of my desk. What's up?